Hey guys, welcome back for another showcase. This time I have something a little more dear to my heart. This is a redstone project that I spent probably the first 4 months or so trying to develop. The first 4 months that I was learning how to do redstone. As I actually started learning how to do redstone specifically to make a door. And that's what this is. So, let's just kind of get straight into it. This is the door in front of me here. There are many ways to go about it, but the basic idea is that the door will open and close automatically, and on the other side it won't allow mobs in so easily. So that was the initial idea, and it eventually evolved into something I want to be able to run through. And this doesn't always work, but hopefully it will this time. Sometimes it lags just a little bit, enough for me to get caught on the glass a little, but here we go. Wow. Wow. I haven't tried with all my recording equipment yet. That was really bad. Let me try that again. Okay. Let me just walk through it. Let me see if the game can keep up with all that's going on right now. Nope, not really. Well, hopefully that looks better than what it did for me, because it looked pretty bad. But yeah, you get the idea. So what happens is, oh, let me get my cursor back up. What happens is the wall pieces get retracted by pistons on above and below, and then pistons in the walls, you can see here, grab the glass in the middle and pull it back. That way it clears up, in this instance, a 3-block wide area so that you can walk through. And once you make your way through, it reverses the process and closes the door once again. But that's not all. I also have, on the outside portion of the door, a button entrance, because obviously there's no tripwire here. You're just gonna run into the wall. So, flying, falling, there we go. Hit the button, and the door opens. Unlike with the tripwire, it's not gonna actually close on its own, because with the tripwire on the other side, it was gonna do some weird stuff. So I made the tripwire actually be part of the function of this button. What happens is once I cross onto the tripwire, it you could say it undoes what the button does, and then once I step off, it allows the door to close. Now, probably not going to get a whole lot out of this to make any sense of any of that. So I did something a little different this showcase, and I've got all of this set up for you. I have this wonderfully colored monstrosity here for you, and I have this sign here to remind me to let you know that the timing on here, so the repeater timings, are set a little differently, specifically so I can show you what exactly is happening here. Also, without all the wall pieces, you can get a better look at what the pistons are doing. So you can see here with the wall pieces, I have pistons above and below that are extended or have a powered signal to them. And once I cross onto this line, those will retract. Soon afterwards, the pistons along the sides over here will then extend and grab the glass over here. You'll note I used glass blocks over here instead of glass panels, mainly because without all the extra blocks in the way, the glass panels don't look quite as nice as while it opens. So here's what this looks like. Again, it's I timed it out so it's a little easier to see what's going on, but it's still pretty fast. I'm not sure if that's slow enough to really see. I keep falling. I should have made these paths longer. Okay, so yeah, let me just do this a few times. maybe one of these times you'll see it very clearly. If not, you're seeing it very clearly all the time, and every now and then it looks really crappy for me. Alright, so that's what's happening there. And what happens with the button over here is it sets off what is known as an RS NOR latch. So it then keeps the door in an open state until we reset the RS NOR latch, allowing it to close. So, to try to help explain what's going on through all of this, I decided to color each major circuit and separately place them so that you can see what's going on and probably get a better idea of why this works. So what we have here is the delivery circuit is what I'm going to call it. It's basically just taking the signal from the inputs, being the tripwire here and the button over there, to where they need to be throughout the other circuits. So this part really isn't going to make a whole lot of sense, but it's the starting point for where we go from here. I also have the pistons laid out in all of these so that you can see where they are in relation to the main door setup. So let's go over here to the purple circuit, which is the pulse extension circuit, or pulse lengthener. Without this, you wouldn't really be able to walk through the door so easily when it's open. You can see over here. This I have the red and the purple circuit, and for all of these back pieces, they're going to be adding the next circuit down. So this is the red and the purple, this will be the red, the purple, and the cyan, and so forth. But what's happening over here, as you can see with the red circuit being powered exactly at the same time that the tripwire is set off, you can see a bit of the purple over here. This over here is where it then goes into other parts of the circuitry. And you can see how much longer it takes for the red circuit to turn off and for this over here to turn off. There you go. Just like that. So if you're trying to walk through the door, there's a good chance that with if you were to wire it straight off the red circuitry here, you'd probably get stuck into the door most of the time, and you would really be forced to run through it. So that's why the purple circuit is so important, and this also controls a lot of the timing. You see between the pistons on top going and the side pistons, there's a very finite timing involved that allows each to happen very quickly. Otherwise you need more time to allow each function to happen. Over here we have the dual edge monostable circuits, and basically what that means is, let me use a lever. Each time that a signal changes states from on or off leading into this block here, it controls these pistons over here by sending a monostable pulse, which allows it to either pull the glass blocks back to the front of the piston or to push it away from it. You can see that here, just like that. So when the lever goes down, the glass retracts, and when the lever goes up, the glass is pushed away. And you can see that over here, working with all the other circuits. So I can go through the tripwire, and then the door opens, come off of it, and then the door closes. Okay, for the next circuit, we have the inversion circuit. And basically all it is coming from the pulse extension circuit is a torch, which then leads straight to the pistons on the top and the pistons on the bottom. And this is also pretty straightforward. I'm going to use another lever here. And you can watch the pistons over there and see what they do. When the lever goes down, the pistons retract because they're allowed to turn off. And when you turn the lever back off, the torch turns back on, closing the walls of the door. And actually at this point, the tripwire line is completely done, and the whole door acts as it should from this side. And all that's left is the RS NOR latch. I mentioned before, the RS NOR latch allows the signals to change state. As you can see here, all this redstone here is currently on, and these torches are off, and so forth. This line of redstone is off. But if we send a signal into the off state of redstone, it will turn on and it will stay on, even though the button has released. And how that works, very simply, is a torch is powering a torch below, which then powers this torch. So they're feeding into each other and keeping each other in the state that in their current state. And the only way to change that is to send a signal into the off circuit. So if you were to press the button on the outside again, nothing would happen. It's pretty much stuck in the open state until you go through. And when you go through, the red circuit sends a signal to this piece right here, which then turns this redstone back on and turns off these torches. So we can see that over here, kind of. With all the circuitry in place, it's kind of hard to see exactly what's going on this side. But that opens the door, and again, you can press this button as many times as you like. It's not going to change anything. And it's not until you get to the other side and set off the tripwire, which then allows the RS NOR latch over here. You can see, just like it is over there, the redstone in the middle has turned back on. So once I step off of the tripwire here, the door will allow itself to close. And that'll be it. I just want to mention, as I'm thinking now and looking, these white wool are specifically placed to cut off certain circuits from crossing with each other in ways that they shouldn't. Even in this particular case with the RS NOR latch, I needed to get a signal to this block without putting redstone on top of it, because then that would burn out this torch and cause bad things to happen. So using a little trick here, I was able to have the redstone come this way and then back that way by using this wool here. And over here you can see the purple circuit for the pulse lengthener and the inverted circuit with the light blue without the wool here would also be connecting. So those are very important. Also very important are where the half slabs are. These really just allow for the redstone to come down over here. This one I actually don't need. Now that I'm looking at it, you can have it just like that. And that's because of this repeater. The repeater is pulling the signal off of this block directly and then leading it into this block. So I was wrong. Only pay attention to this half slab and that half slab. And I don't think there are any more, so yeah, just those two. Oh, right, these two. These two up here are also very important. What'll happen is, if these were full blocks, these would actually cause this piston to turn on at certain points that you don't want it to, because everything's happening so fast. and simultaneously almost. So you don't want that being powered at the wrong time. So you put half slabs there, and it keeps it from powering it. So, as I said, that'll be all for this episode. I'll catch you next time.